It was my last evening in London, England, so I met my friend Michelle on the first night of September of 2024 and visited Camden. Camden is well regarded as one of the coolest neighborhoods in all of London, with an amazing alternative and live music scene, beautiful pubs, art everywhere, cool local shops. It was what I was told to believe the Austin of London. And as a resident of Austin, Texas, I unfortunately found out that that was going to be true. Amongst all the local shops and taverns and artwork was a veneer of what I could only describe as hipster Disneyland. This still thriving haven for artists and musicians and weirdos sat right next to trendy restaurants, fusion. There was a Coyote Ugly, for Christ's sake. A commodification of the weird and trendy. I couldn't help but feel like I had been led astray just a little bit. But then, as I looked further, I realized something about Camden, and even London as a whole, that I don't think I'd really fully respected before this. Everything that I had grown to love about London was still here. The amazing culture, the friendly locals, every bit of amazing food and beautiful architecture, it was still here. A few bricks had been pulled from their place and metaphorically replaced with the new. Camden itself was the perfect representation of the organic nature of London as a whole. London is a city that has been built and rebuilt on itself a millennia over, at first by the Celts and the Romans, the Vikings, the Normans. Everyone has their thumb in London. Even now, the first generation immigrants stand alongside those that have been living in London since before recorded history to develop it organically into the city that not only it has become, but continues to be. Visiting Camden showed that to me better than any other part of the city could have possibly done. It not only reveled in its history, but embraced the future, no matter how tasteful or distasteful it might have been. I spent the evening drinking alongside locals, making new acquaintances, petting bulldogs, roaming the streets, eating the most amazing kebab I've ever had in my entire life, and spending one last evening with an amazing new friend. The ghost of Michelle lingered after me, not only as I fell asleep, woke up the next morning, packed my bags, and caught the train to the next part of my destination. Her spirit lingered after me throughout the rest of Europe. I couldn't help but feel like she was always watching me. A beautiful soul whose eyes allowed me to see the world with a different perspective.